Hey you guys, it is Kaylin and Riley here with a great rainy day activity. We're going to talk about proportions and how we use them in real life. So first, let's talk about what a ratio is. So a ratio would be something like for every 2 red rain jackets that we have in our house, we have 3 blue rain jackets. So this would be a ratio. Get out of here thing. This would be a ratio, and I could say that a ratio is equal to another ratio. So 2/3, if I multiply the top and the bottom by 2, I get 4/6. So a ratio equaling another ratio is a proportion. They're just equivalent fractions. And we can use this for real life things such as, let's say that I am an architect and I'm drawing blueprints. Well, my blueprints one day are going to be made into a real building or whatever it is. And that building, every single dimension has to be proportional to my drawing. So if everything is 100 times bigger than my drawing, everything has to be 100 times bigger for it to be proportional. I'm not going to make a huge building and then walk in a teeny tiny door. So think about like Zoolander, if you've ever seen that movie. So we're going to talk about how we can use proportions in the kitchen. So first you're going to go into your kitchen and find an item that has cooking directions. You'll definitely find it on pasta, rice, maybe a recipe on a package of something. You're going to write down a ratio, so 2 things from the package, and ask a question making up the amount for one ingredient to solve for the other. So I went into my kitchen and I found this tiger nut flour that I'm having a lot of fun with. And the 2 ingredients that I chose to compare and make a ratio of are water and tiger nut flour. So water to flour. So choose 2 ingredients or 2 instructions. It could be water and pasta. Okay, and then my next thing, I'm going to write them down. Okay, so 3 tablespoons of water to a half cup of flour. And then I'm asking a question. How much flour will we need to use or need if we used 7 tablespoons of water? So I'm not going to run out of water, hopefully, but a lot of times I make recipes where I don't necessarily triple or double the recipe, but I might have a little bit of flour on hand. So I figure out how much do I need of the other ingredients using proportions. So I know a proportion is a fraction equal a fraction, they're equivalent, a ratio equals a ratio, and I'm going to write down the word so I know what I'm comparing. Tablespoons water, 2 cups of flour. Okay, so what do I know? 3 tablespoons of water to a half cup of flour. And I want to know how much flour, so that's my variable, will I need if I'm using 7 tablespoons of water. So right now, I made sure that all tablespoons of water, all those units are at the top, all cups of flour units are on the bottom. I could have also done cups of flour over tablespoons of water. Okay, it's the same thing. Just like 2/3 equals 4/6, well, that's the same thing as saying 3/2 equals 6/4. As long as whatever I multiply the top, I'm multiplying the bottom by, as long as those check out, it's still proportional. So I'm going to say a half a cup of flour to 3 tablespoons of water equals how much flour to 7 tablespoons of water. The reason that I did this is because when I solve proportions, I like having the number on the bottom, the variable on the top. For this reason, we know that when we solve equations with division, if I'm dividing, I'm multiplying to cancel these out. And I'm going to put it over 1 just so we can clearly see that. Whatever I do to one side, I do to the other. There's no tricks involved, nothing to memorize. I'm just solving it like usual. So I have 7 times a half divided by 3. That's the same thing as timesing it by a third equals the amount of flour I need. Okay, I would try to see if I can cancel anything, but I can't. So now I'm going to have 7/6, which equals 1 1/6 cups of flour. All right, in the next part, we're going to talk about some more proportions in our kitchen.